Reddit, what is the dumbest question a customer or client has ever asked you at your job? I worked at Kinko's, and on 3 separate occasions, different people angrily asked me why I returned their faxed document to them. They thought that a fax machine was some kind of Willy Wonka thing that sent their original piece of paper to the recipient. A few years ago, far more recent than it should be, I had to send a document to the local council. They asked me to fax it. I asked if I should just scan and email it, and they said no, because we need the original. Why the hell does fax even exist anymore? Is it really that expensive to get a computer with email and a printer? Fun fact, when delivering time-sensitive documents, sending a fax gives you confirmation that the document was received at a specific date or time. Sending emails is obviously great, but there are no delivery guarantees or confirmations, unless the recipient acknowledges. Fax confirmation is confirmation of delivery to a business. Fax is very common still in medical, publishing, finance, and pharma. Of course, there are others, but that's where the majority of volume is generated. Vet tech. A lot of people think their dog's nipples are ticks. A lot. One man even pulled a "but he's a boy" on us. Oh man, I started to get worried you were going to say he pulled one off. Of course it was a tick. Look at all the blood. Library. Once I checked out several books to a woman and told her the return date. She looked at her friend, then back at me and said, shocked, "You mean I have to bring the books back?" And this is how you rack up so much in late fees that you could have bought the books yourself. Customer. How much is this? Me. 50 cents, like the sticker says. Customer. And this one? Me. $1. All the items have labels on them with how much they cost. Customer. Oh, is that what those mean? That's clever. Not the slightest bit of sarcasm in their voice. I pressed slightly and found they were genuinely unaware of price labels. You met a time traveler. I used to work in a call center for a large bank, and a customer phoned while he was in one of the branches and said the queue was too big, so he wanted me to help him. I asked what his query was, and he said the ATM was broken, so he had to withdraw cash. I asked how I could possibly help him withdraw cash from the bank over the phone and said, "Why can't you just fax it to me?" So apparently a lot of people out there think that fax machines are the Star Trek transporter. I used to work as a bank teller. A lady came up to me and asked to withdraw money. I informed her that she couldn't withdraw money because her account was overdrawn. She was immediately upset, so I had her account checked for fraud. She then explained that all those charges were hers and she wasn't expecting any payments. She was spending money she knew she didn't have. She then asked me why we couldn't just give her more money. This is my grandmother. She overdraws hundreds a month and couldn't understand why they wouldn't give her a loan. It was so weird for me to explain to an adult that banks do not just give out endless streams of money. While towing his car to a dealership, "So what do you do for a living?" He was serious. He assumed I had another job because I didn't fit the Billy Bob persona he associated with tow truck drivers. I did this with a realtor that was showing me a few houses. I'm a realtor. Well, that makes sense. I just got lost in the small talk and had a brain fart. Long time ago now. Got a call that a user's laptop was dead and wouldn't power on. I go and check it out. Press the button, no life. Plug it into the power, it starts charging. Press the button, it boots just fine. The user wasn't plugging the laptop into power because she thought we had wireless. Tried to diagnose someone's connection problem for 20 minutes before I overheard splashing and kids. I asked where they were and they were at a pool. They thought the office Wi-Fi extended to anywhere on the planet apparently. When I asked for here or to go, I got a confused look followed by, "What would you recommend?" "Definitely to go." "Actually, I think I want it here." "No, to go." "But get out." I used to work at a grocery store deli. My co-worker for some reason got more stupid questions than anyone else. We'd swap stories every shift, but one went a little like this. "Hi, what can I get you?" "The 8-piece chicken. How many pieces are in it?" How many pieces are in the 8-piece chicken?" There are 8 pieces in the 8-piece chicken." "Okay, I'll have that, please." To be fair, the lady was awfully polite, but how many pieces are in the 8-piece chicken is still a stupid question. I mean, at least she was polite, and I think it should get a pass because of that. Someone once asked me, why are you guys making it so difficult to find a car parking spot at this time of the year? It was Christmas time, and I was a casual, working in a tiny store in a huge shopping center. I didn't even know what to say. Because we hate you! Not a question, but someone once effectively told me that they were allergic to air. I used to work in an optician's, where we'd carry out pressure tests, a few puffs of air onto the surface of your eye, where quite literally the machine just blows your eye with, air. The customer was adamant she was allergic to it, couldn't have it done, and in fact accused me of not knowing what I was talking about. Ah, I see you met my grandma. Grandma, where'd you get that bruise? The wind. A co-worker at a video store asked, does this calculator do math? No, unfortunately all it does is roll cigarettes. Do you guys sell ice here? No, sir. Sorry about that. Alright, yeah, got anything like ice? What? You can have whatever falls off the milk in the cooler in the back. It's kind of cold. I used to work in computer sales and repairs. I had a customer come up who was maybe 23 years old, saying she couldn't get her laptop to open something. So I take it and open it and casually ask, what is it you can't get open? She looks at me, shocked, as I open the laptop screen and tells, I have been trying for hours to get it open. How did you do that? I look at her, not knowing how to respond, and close it and open it again. She takes it and walks out saying thank you. I took a long look at my computer I was working on and decided that this was the moment that made me quit that job. I'm imagining her sitting at her desk shouting voice commands at the laptop, or pushing everything on the sides to get it to pop open. Had a customer ask for a 100% lead crystal decanter. I had just explained to him what a 20% lead crystal meant. No, you can't get 100% lead because it won't be crystal, and also it'll kill you. So they just wanted a 100% lead decanter, or a 100% crystal decanter. One's probably stupid expensive and yeah, the other will kill you. I don't think they understood what the percent meant in the first place. Just that 100% sounds a lot better than 20%. I work in a bank. Actually, not even a bank, it's an advice center, so no cash or anything like that. Not that anyone reads the signs on the way in. Had a pair of women come in, and one says that the other is visiting from France and needs to check how much is in her account and can I tell her. I ask if she's a customer of this bank, thinking maybe she's a student learning English and has set up an account because that is quite common. But no, she wanted me to tell her the balance in her French bank account. How do people go around having no idea what's going on? You basically just summarized this entire thread. Whenever I answer the phone, I have to say good morning or afternoon and then our hotel name. So many people interrupt me halfway through this to ask if they've called the correct hotel, some even after I've just said it. It's because a lot of people rehearse what they're going to say and can't stop themselves. By the time their brain comes to the conclusion that this is dumb, they have already said it. Source: I'm one of those people. Working as a flight attendant, London to Miami in business class. Mum with one toddler and one 5-year-old boards immediately, spots me and asks, where is the crash? I'd like to clarify, my airline does not and has never offered childcare on board. She was adamant we should and continued to palm her children off on the crew for the rest of the flight. Luckily, the kids were fairly quiet. Ask her for her ticket, look at the seat number on the ticket, the crash is located at seat number, insert passenger seat number here. Working in the back of an ambulance on a patient with a serious need of nitroglycerin to lower their blood pressure. Sir, before I give this medication to you, I need to triple check that you have not taken any ED drugs in the last 72 hours like Viagra or Cialis, rattles off all variations. If you have taken it, and I give you this nitroglycerin, your blood pressure could drop dangerously low. Have you taken any of these meds? Oh no, never. Are you certain? Oh yes, of course I am. Runs through potential deadly side effects again. No, never. Okay, hold this pill under your tongue. Does generic Viagra count? Ah! Why do you do this? This honestly sounds like something where if the patient dies, it's their own fault. It sounds that way because it is that way. I get too many dumb questions to remember them all. Here's a dumb encounter that happened just yesterday. When sending confidential documentation, we would encrypt it and put a password on it. It's common practice to send the document and the password in 2 separate emails. I got a message from this guy saying he couldn't open the document I sent him. Me: did you use the password? Client: yes, it said there was an error. Me: what password did you use? Client: I just hit OK and it said that I had the wrong password. Me: wait, so did you type anything in? Client: well, no. Me: could you use the password that we provided you? Client: I didn't think it would work, so I deleted the email. Me: I used to work at a fine jewelry kiosk in a mall. Our jewelry included items like gold bracelets and necklaces bonded with sterling silver rings with cubic zirconia gems, gold engagement rings with diamond chips clustered together rather than one large diamond, etc. I had a lot of regulars, and this one woman would come in and often ask of every item she was interested in, "Is this real?" I explained what bonded means and how we don't sell diamond rings for $25, but that the rings were indeed certified sterling silver with synthetic gems. I gave her information like this over and over again, day after day, and she would follow up every explanation with, "Okay, but is it real?" "It's a real ring, yes." People don't believe that I'm a sushi delivery guy because I'm white. Do you yourself believe that you are a sushi delivery guy? No, dissolves into dust. I work in pharma, and someone called yelling at me to stop selling her son weed. I think she took the definition drug company way too literally. Pharma, as in pharmaceutical company, not a pharmacy. Wow, can certainly tell why her son needs the weed. I work at an independent pet store. We sell mostly dog supplies, but there's a small section of cat toys, catnip, etc. A newer, pretty gimmicky item we brought in is a line of catnip that is packaged to look like medical weed. There's the prescription bottles and pre-rolled joints. Now, the people know these are catnip products, but I've had multiple people ask, after puzzling over the pack of raw paper-rolled catnip joints, but how does the cat smoke it? Or how can they even hold the lighter? They've got paws. I never do quite know how to reply besides muddled laughter. That's how you tell who the stoners are.